Hey, doing a quick review for BIGCOW Ultra Slim Dual Nozzles Bidet Premium Butt Shower Experience. You open it, this is what it looks like detached from the toilet. I picked this one in particular as I wanted to make sure that my cats weren't going to be able to step on the buttons that some of these other bidets have, and this one has a twisty knob, so it's going to be difficult for them to be able to accidentally turn this on when they jump around, and they do sometimes jump around that area. So yeah, avoiding disaster here, and let's open it up. Here are all the pieces taken out of the bags and our instructions. Seems pretty straightforward. It does outline how to use it. There's a few different modes, which is great. Troubleshooting, possible problems to avoid. Hey, that's great to avoid some pitfalls here. Warranty, what's covered and not covered as well. On the other side, we have our parts and accessories list and our installation instructions. So everything you need to know pretty much is on this piece of paper that comes in the box. Install the two plastic pieces together first. Everything just snapped right in. Attach one end of the hose to the T-valve here. You will need a wrench. Make sure that's nice and tight. You'll want to turn off your water supply using this valve. For me, I had to turn it all the way to the right to get the water to stop. In the instructions to leave no water in the tank, which I've accomplished, but they also said to try to leave no water in the bowl, and that I did not succeed at, so fingers crossed, hopefully that's still okay. I'm going to detach this and attach this, which has a split so that you can have water for both the flushing and the bidet. Don't be surprised if you get some dirty water coming out when you go to detach this. After that's on and tight, you'll want to get the other part and attach this right here to the underside of your bidet where the water's going to come in. This next part is going to require you to take the toilet seat off and put that to the side. You'll find some screws underneath. Mine are plastic. I twisted those off, toilet seat came right off, and here we are with our blank slate to be able to install that bidet. The next bit is going to be installing the bidet to the base of this toilet seat. Place the mounting brackets on and centered this bidet as much as possible. I have now placed the toilet seat back on and tightened the screws underneath. And you want to attach your original water supply mechanism to this new, this new mechanism, which has a split. Make sure it's nice and tight. I will note that this installation looks a little bit different than the instructions, so really take your time reading them and make sure that your toilet has the correct configuration, or that there is a correct configuration available for you to be able to do this. I do have that. It just, again, it looks a little bit different. Instructions. See, this little piece here, it doesn't look like this, but it still ends up ending up looking kind of like this, but this twisty top, that's not what I have here. I have this, and the twisty top is there instead. I have a different configuration on my toilet, or there's some inconsistencies with the instructions. Again, take your time and really sit with this. Make sure you have the tools and make sure you read the instructions entirely before starting. Actually not sure what these are for. I didn't end up using them. And this tape here, I haven't used it, but I do have it just in case there's any leakage that occurs. Gonna give everything a final tighten with the wrench and then test this out. Turning the water back on, gonna give this a good flush. A little scared, honestly. Oh, no, it is leaking. Shoot, shoot, shoot. All right. Great news, the toilet flushed just fine. Everything is nice and tightened up over here. Let's make a splash and test the different functions. That's some serious power. It hit my clothes washer across the room. I'd say this was a success and I'd recommend it. That was a very dirty job, so the last thing I'm gonna do is wash my hands and sanitize my phone. Happy installing.